With attacks like ours, we could probably keep hitting her for a full day and night, without knocking off a single scale. But that spot has no scales, which makes it obviously Dragon Mother's weak point. As long as you attack right there, Dragon Mother will wake up. Why does it have to be me attacking? Aren't you going to attack too? Simon patted Yulina on the shoulder. I'm completely out of energy. The important task of waking Dragon Mother up. I'll leave it to you. All right, Yulina nodded. Attacking one's own biological mother in her most intimate spot. Come to think of it, there was something rather exciting about it. Yulina took a deep breath, and then launched a sudden assault. Roar, just as Simon had anticipated. Dragon Mother Anna let out a thunderous roar. The sound was deafening. The surface of the swamp rippled under the shockwave. Yulina, what do you think you're doing? She whirled around and picked Yulina up by the scruff. The tiny hatchling in Anna's grip was like a toy. A single moment of displeasure from Anna, and she could crush Yulina on the spot, just like her poor second brother. Yulina shrank her neck in fear. It was brother who told me to do it. She immediately pinned all the blame on Simon. Simon's heart lurched. And then, he found himself face to face with Dragon Mother's ferocious expression. Simon, what were you trying to do? Anna roared, her furious eyes blazing like fire, her rage twisting her expression into something terrifying. Simon thought of his dead little brother. For the sake of self-preservation, he had no choice but to grit his teeth and shout back, I'm hungry. If you sleep and leave us with nothing, we'll just starve to death. Anna paused for a moment. This was her first time being a dragon mother. Thinking back to when she was young, that was a distant memory now, but she recalled that before learning to hunt, her own mother had always kept providing food. This was indeed something I failed at. I'll go find food for you right now. Dragon Mother Anna acknowledged her mistake. With remarkable composure, setting Yulina down from her grip, Anna beat her wings powerfully and launched into the sky. Her enormous draconic form quickly vanished on the horizon. Phew, Dragon Mother seemed reasonable enough after all. Simon let out a sigh of relief. Hey, brother, you're so smart! Your method actually worked to wake Mother up. Yulina walked over and beamed a big smile. Before long, Dragon Mother Anna flew back, and with her she brought a large piece of food. It was a wild bison, though its entire body had been corroded by some substance and had rotted. The only reason it could be identified as a bison was thanks to its head, which was still about 70% recognizable. Eat up, Dragon Mother Anna said warmly. Yulina pounced on it without hesitation and began chomping away in big bites. Simon looked at the unrecognizable bison, his eyelid twitching. Black dragons were creatures that could spit earth and possessed corrosive acid, and in terms of food they preferred putrid meat, rather like vultures. But Simon's soul was human, and he simply couldn't work up any interest in rotting food. Yet, grumble, grumble, his stomach was growling with hunger. Hopefully the taste isn't too terrible, Simon muttered under his breath, and bit off a piece of meat from the rotting bison. As he chewed, the putrid smell spread through his mouth, but his black dragon taste buds responded with a strangely pleasant sensation. Physiologically, the flavor was actually quite enjoyable, but even as Simon ate, he still felt somewhat strange inside. Devoured a small piece of beef. Body size plus 0.01 meters. As Simon swallowed, the system notification arrived right on cue. Simon's eyes lit up, and he no longer cared about the mental resistance, and began eating in great gulping bites. Two hatchling dragons had very large appetites. An entire bison took them barely half an hour to completely devour, leaving behind nothing but a skeleton. Devoured. Half a bison. Body size plus 0.5 meters. Brother, how come you look bigger? After finishing the bison and filling their stomachs, Yulina looked at Simon with puzzled eyes. Dragon Mother Anna took a close look and noticed that her eldest son did indeed seem somewhat larger than before. Anna didn't pay it much mind. She simply assumed her eldest son was growing quickly, but to Yulina it seemed a bit off. He had clearly been about the same size as her just moments ago, and yet after finishing the bison, Simon was suddenly a full size larger. Well-fed and well-nourished, of course you grow. What's so strange about that? Simon brushed it off casually. On the second day after being born, perhaps because he was still a hatchling, Simon was extremely drowsy, and only when the midday sun was high did Simon finally slowly open his eyes. After waking, he stretched out lazily. Brother, you big lazy dragon! I've been up long since. Seeing Simon stir, little sister Yulina, like a cheerful little pony, bounced and hopped in front of her brother. Morning, Yulina. Simon, still wanting a little more sleep, gave an enormous yawn. Morning, Simon. Yulina responded very politely. She paused and then added, Oh, right. Mother said today she'll teach us to hunt. That's great. Simon thought of the system's hunting quest. Mother! Brother's awake! Hurry up and take us hunting. All right, my dear Yulina, Dragon Mother Anna replied in a gentle voice. Anna rose to her feet and grabbed the two children and flew off into the distant sky. As a fully grown black dragon, Anna flew at impressive speed, carrying two children without slowing in the least. Before long, the three dragons arrived at a stretch of forest. Anna suppressed her presence and set the children down. Off you go. Whoever can catch prey first gets a gold coin as a reward. Anna elegantly opened her palm, and resting in it was a gleaming round gold coin. This was a trick Anna had once learned from observing humans offering appropriate rewards. Could ignite a fighting spirit in children, even though giving away a gold coin pained Anna deeply. Still, for a mother leading her first hunt, borrowing from human teaching methods was an excellent idea. Sure enough, when Dragon Mother Anna produced the gold coin, both little dragons' eyes went wide, transfixed by the gleaming gold coin. A gold coin, Anna! It's actually a gold coin. Mother, you're wonderful, the Yulina cried out. In my past life of 20 years, I never once touched real gold. Simon swallowed hard. As a broke university student, Simon had never touched gold either, whether it was due to the poverty of his previous life or the innate greed of a dragon's nature. Simon desperately wanted that gold coin. Whoosh! He shot forward and dove headfirst into the dense thicket. Brother, that's cheating! Yulina shouted and chased after him. Dragon Mother Anna was a bit worried and cast a spell to make herself invisible, then quietly followed behind at a distance. She had suppressed her presence, so there was no need to worry about her own power. Causing prey to flee, racing through the forest, Simon darted his eyes left and right looking for prey. Last night, I had sneaked outside and killed quite a number of mosquitoes, but the system gave no notification of completing the quest. This time, let's go for larger-bodied creatures, like rabbits or cats. No real threat. and they'd satisfy Dragon Mother's hunting competition. Simon murmured to himself internally. Rustling sounds came from the grass. Simon had a flash of inspiration, and immediately flattened himself to the ground. Like a tiger's preparatory crouch before pouncing, suddenly a small fawn's head poked out of the undergrowth. Simon's heart leapt with joy. But just as he was about to spring forward, ready to use his razor-sharp teeth to snap the fawn's neck in one bite, a shout came from behind. "Brother, where are you? I can't find you!" The fawn's expression turned to panic, and it immediately fled to the side. Simon seethed with fury. He turned to look, and found a completely guiltless-looking Yulina. "Simon, how could I possibly let you catch the prey first?" Yulina thought to herself, while showing a face of apparently genuine worry. "Brother, I'm so scared. Don't leave me behind." Simon's eyebrow twitched. "Don't follow me, go in another direction. Unless you don't want the gold coin." "Fine," Yulina meekly agreed, and turned to leave. Simon resumed his search for prey. This time he spotted a rabbit peacefully grazing, but just as he was about to pounce, Yulina's voice rang out again. "Brother, you're here too!" What a coincidence. The voice startled the rabbit, and it bolted away at high speed. 2 hunts in a row sabotaged. Simon's whole body shook with rage. He glared furiously at Yulina. "Get lost!" Yulina put on an aggrieved face and turned to leave. On the third attempt, Simon set his sights on a rat. Perhaps due to good feeding conditions, this rat was enormous, but the result was the same. Yulina scared it away again. "Go to hell!" Once, twice, 3 times. Even an idiot could see something was wrong. After Yulina scared away his prey for the 3rd time, Simon immediately launched a counterattack. He leaped into the air, and with one flying kick sent Yulina sailing through the air, scaring away my prey one after another. "Do you really think I can't see what you're up to? Go to hell!" Simon flew into a rage and kicked Yulina flying with one foot. Yulina rolled like a ball and tumbled several rotations on the ground before stopping. Dragon Mother Anna, who had been watching the 2 dragons from the shadows, witnessed this and couldn't help but furrow her brows. Even as an evil dragon, she didn't want to see her 2 children killing each other. Simon at this point was nearly 3 meters long, considerably larger than Yulina, with neither of them having mastered magic. Yulina was no match for Simon at all. Fortunately, Simon had no intention of seriously harming her. He merely kicked Yulina flying, and then continued on his hunt. After being kicked by Simon, Yulina felt the pain, and this time didn't dare to go and disturb him again. She could only go find prey herself. Simon was actually quite measured in his kick. He had aimed at a non-vital spot, just enough to make Yulina feel the sting without getting injured, so that her hunting wouldn't be affected. Simon strolled through the forest, patiently searching for prey, lowering his profile, tucking in his wings, moving with light, soundless footsteps. Persistence pays off. Simon once again came across suitable prey, though this time the prey was somewhat dangerous. It was a gray wolf. This gray wolf appeared very old. Its gait was slow and unsteady, its fur gray and white all over, its tail drooping low, its movements stiff, its eyes dull and lifeless. Despite the other party's thoroughly aged and frail appearance, Simon still didn't rush to make a move. This gray wolf was roughly the same size as Simon. That size was very large for a gray wolf. It was possibly a wolf king in its prime. Its combat experience needn't be said. It was certainly vast. If Simon were to act rashly, the wolf would likely draw on its own battle experience to immediately counterattack. An old wolf like this knew it was aging and weakening. Compared to younger and stronger opponents, it was definitely outmatched. So once it made a move, it would fight with everything it had, life for life. Simon lowered his presence and slowed his breath.